Hey, guess what, everybody? I'm recording this on my birthday. Hopefully I can upload it on my birthday. Granted, I'm a day ahead of all of you, so technically, I've got 2 days to celebrate my birthday, because logic. Anyway, I asked all of you at one point what you guys wanted me to do to celebrate hitting 5K. Not knowing that that would actually, happen. But holy shit, we hit 5K. I'm rambling because I'm very excited right now. Anyway, you guys apparently wanted to do a Q&A session, so I went on Twitter, my Discord server, and on my community tab, and asked all of you if you had any questions for me, so let's get into it. By the way, I had to round some of these together because they're very, very similar, and I'm gonna kind of just speed run through all of these because I'm very, very nervous, and I don't know how to handle this because there's a lot of you now, and I'm very happy. Holy shit. Oh my god, I don't know. Apparently you guys like my content. I don't I'm not used to so many people liking me. Anyway, let's get into it. I never thought I'd be able to get this many subscribers on YouTube, like, ever. It's very, very surreal. Anyway, let's get into it.
What microphone do you use? What programs do you use for your videos?
I get asked a lot what type of programs I use for videos, so get your notepads out, kids. I use a Blue Yeti mic, I record with Audacity, draw with Clip Studio Paint Pro, draw with a Huey on tablet, edit with Cyberlink Power Director, but I've switched over to Filmora 9 starting with this video. I also occasionally use Paint 3D from time to time for some shitty attempts at Photoshop.
Which do you prefer and why? Hand-drawn art on paper or digital?
I prefer digital, primarily because it's just easier to keep things organized. I did traditional for years and I've accumulated a lot of sketchbooks, so it helps save money because I only need to buy it once and I have fewer pencil smudges all over me. Plus, due to the way my tablet is placed, it forces me to draw with my back straight for the most part.
Would you be friends with yourself?
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm not necessarily what you would call the biggest fan of myself.
Are you and Libby married or not? I'm so confused.
Well, you see...
What was the funnest video to make?
The funniest video to make was probably the art roast relay video, primarily because it's just a friend and me fucking around. There's no deep conversation or major analysis, and there was next to no planning other than us calling and just fucking with one another.
Who's been the best to collab with?
Please don't kill me for this. But it's Mad Libs. For one, she's the one I've done the most collabs with so far, and our videos are literally just us fucking around. Honestly, those videos aren't that different from how our calls usually go, albeit they are a bit more organized. Don't get me wrong, I've never had a sour collab with anyone yet. Every person that I've collabed with I consider a friend, and they've all been fun because we all just try to make jokes with the video that we're talking about, and the conversations are really fun too.
What is your process when writing a commentary script? Do you just listen to a video you want to do a commentary on and then write down your feelings and thoughts on it and then eventually organize them into a coherent script? Also, was it fun to collab with Ponder? Also, congratulations on the 5K mark.
When it comes to making a commentary, I'll just kind of stumble on stuff. Whether it be a video I found, a drama I thought was interesting, or just something that was floating around a chat or on Twitter, I don't talk about something unless it genuinely interests me, because when I got nothing to say, it's super obvious. When I find a topic I want to talk about, I usually spend a couple of days just talking to myself and pacing. I'll watch or read whatever it is I'm responding to or think about what I want to talk about and just practice making jokes and points. This is why videos also take very, very long. I'm a massive daydreamer and a professional procrastinator. When I've got an idea for how I want to organize it, I'll just sit down and write what I can and then ponder on it for a while. I'll read it out to test different inflections, test out jokes to see if I find them funny, and possibly get an opinion or two from a friend if I've got the time. Or if there's something I'm not quite confident about. The way a script often changes from how I want to frame it, whether it be a more informative video or something with a bit more jokes and skits. Also, yes, working with Ponder was very, very fun. I'm actually super proud with how those videos came out and the jokes we made.
What inspired you to create videos and what was the inspiration behind your art style?
This is another question that popped up a lot. For videos, it was the commentary community and comedians in general. I have a hard time when it comes to improv on my own, and I believe that observational comedy is where I can hit my stride. I like debating on occasion and follow many other review and commentary channels. I just like hearing people explain or talk about things they care about, and I like talking. My art was inspired by a lot of different stuff, and I'm actually working on a video specifically for that. My art is based on stuff I've seen online, cartoons, and movies I watched as a kid, video games, other famous artists, and even some live action stuff when it comes to clothing designs. You know, I'm a walking mess.
If you could collab with one YouTuber of any kind, who would it be?
If I really had to think about it, I would say James Marriott or Emily Artful. Their sense of comedic pacing and tones are more my speed when it comes to comedy and videos.
So how did you get into video editing?
I just jumped right into it. Actually, I took a computer animation class in my sophomore year of high school, and there was a portion of that class dedicated to editing using Adobe, and since nearly all editing software have a similar layout, it's pretty simple to pick up others, especially considering Adobe are fucking scammers. I've worked with Premiere, Vegas, Cyberlink, and Filmora. I've also worked as an editor for Dovetail Productions and edit all my videos by myself.
Why are you short?
Because.
How was your day?
Good, thank you.
What kind of art classes did you take? Your art's amazing.
Aw, thank you. I took a basic art class when I was about 7 or 8 where we learned to draw basic things. In the 3rd grade, there was a bit of rotation going on between 3 of our teachers, which included math, language, and art. We were taught how to replicate the styles and techniques of people like Picasso and Edward Monet. I took computer animation class in my sophomore year, game tech in my junior year, and painting and studio art in my senior year. Alongside basic art, I know how to do scratch art, stamping, and crochet.
How does art?
Art does.
Why are you so amazing?
Aw, you're very sweet.
What are some pieces of advice or criticisms that have helped you both as a person and as a channel develop?
Always be willing to be criticized. You are posting content publicly. People have the right to call out what you do because it's public. However, learn how to differentiate hate and criticism. If a person is merely insulting and offering nothing, then that's obvious. But if there is a suggestion for how to improve, or if they don't agree with the point you made and they explain, then that's criticism. People can be harsh, yeah, but that's just the way of the world, and as cliche as it sounds, have fun. I'm not gonna lie, I hope for this to be my career one day. I've always wanted to be a comedian and sell my artwork, but at the same time, I do it because I love it. I want to be able to do what I love for a living. If you solely do this for attention or to gain money in what you think is the quote-unquote easy way, you end up with people like J-Station, and no one wants that.
Why won't you show us your pet Pikachu?
Because he's shy.
Congrats on 5K. So what got you into YouTube and the commentary community specifically? Also, are there any video or series you would like to try at all?
Thank you. I got into commentary because I like debating and making jokes. Also, I just like to talk about things that interest me. I've been looking into doing review stuff for movies or games that I think could use a good roasting. Apparently a long time ago someone commented that I have a nice voice for reviewing stuff, so sure.
Why do you think people do bad things sometimes?
Because people suck.
Have you ever maybe?
Yes.
Where did the look of your avatar come from?
My avatar is just supposed to be a cartoon version of myself. This outfit is based on clothing that I actually have in real life and is how I pretty much dress, while the more well-known one is based on characters like Willy Wonka, various Tim Burton characters, and Gomez Addams. I really like that kind of vintage look, and I love the way suits look on people.
Why did you start commentaries? Love your vids.
Because I thought it'd be fun and I like writing jokes and talking.
How did you meet Ponder Sprocket? Also love your art.
I sent her a note on DeviantArt asking if she was interested in collabing way before the Madame shit happened. We were actually working on a different video, but we both kind of forgot what it was supposed to be about, and I asked her if she'd be interested in doing a different video. I offered her 2 videos, and one of them was the Akumu one that was floating around. I don't really remember how I found it, but I knew it was going to be a shit show when I saw the thumbnail. Apparently she was interested in covering it anyway, and that's what we settled on.
What has been your favorite video to produce so far, whether it be in terms of results or the creative process?
I think my favorite video in terms of the process was the 2-part collab with Ponder, because that's when I felt I really got into writing for jokes and talking points. I've noticed that I tend to do better when I have someone I can bounce off of and have a back and forth with rather than being by myself.
What are other art styles you like that you've done, and what are some art styles that you want to try but don't see yourself doing?
I've done a lot of chibi stuff, Sonic X, and even the Smurfs at one point, just because. I would want to try more realistic stuff with scenery, but at the same time, I just prefer a more cartoony style. Plus, I'm not good at it!
How did you end up with the name of your YouTube channel?
So, funny story, Nezzy Monster is actually a nickname I have in real life. My middle name is Inez. I was named after my great aunt because she helped my mom out when she found out she was pregnant and my dad had to go on deployment. Nearly everyone in my life either refers to me as Inez or Nezzy. I honestly don't think I've ever heard my parents call me by my real name. That's also partially because there's a tradition in my family that the firstborn female is given a specific name. My mom, because she was Japanese, didn't know about it, but she kept the first name because she thought it was pretty. With several people with the same first name, nicknames are kind of a necessity in this family. I think I'm the 7th? My mom calls me Nezzy-chan and my dad calls me Nez. My dad also would call me his little monster when I was really young, and he started calling me Nezzy Monster, so I use it online now.
What are your favorite video games?
Dragon Quest, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Bravely Default, and Tetris. I have 100%ed Puyo Puyo Tetris for the Switch. Don't at me.
Who or what made you start YouTube?
I actually started YouTube as a voice actor. I wanted to get into voice acting, so I researched and found something called the Casting Call Club. Just as a warning, there is a sea of Minecraft and Sims! I auditioned for some stuff, and I got involved with a couple of different groups. One of them being Dovetail Productions when I was 16, and I've been working with them ever since. I started making my own content when I was about 18 during my gap year after graduating, and I started with simple gaming stuff to practice editing, recording, and audio balancing. I got into comic dubbing for a brief time and still do it on the side because I found my comfort zone in commentary and writing.
How old are you?
As of recording this, I am now 20 years old. I was born June 12th, 2000.
What kind of music you like?
A bunch of shit.
What's your favorite candy?
Reese's and Butterfingers.
What inspired your comedy?
Robin Williams, George Carlin, John Mulaney, Naomi Watanabe, Whoopi Goldberg, Jon Stewart, Josh Johnson, and there are tons more. And hopefully that was all of them. If you had a question and I didn't get to answer it, I'm really sorry. But hopefully I'll be able to do another one in the future. I just want to say thank you all so much for helping me get this far. And I'm really happy to know that a lot of you enjoy my content. I've gotten a lot of comments about people liking my jokes and liking my art, and it really makes me happy to know that people enjoy it. And to cap it all off, finally, a fan art feature. The first one we got is from Terraload, drawing me in my Halloween costume. This is super cute and I love the trippy purple background. It really makes the adorable doodle you did pop. The second one is from Queen Otaku 5, who also drew me in my costume. This is hella dope. You made me look like I'm about to start singing This Is Halloween, and I freaking love it. I am so here for it. And the last one is from Euphoria over from the Discord chat. This looks so freaking cool, and I love the little outfit you drew me in. That's a happy boy right there. That's the happiest boy right there. Thank you all so much for 5K. This is just absolutely amazing, and I hope to be able to continue to entertain all you lovely people in the future. Links to my DeviantArt, Tumblr, and Twitter below, +1 to my Discord server. Thank you all again, my little monsters. This is farewell for now, and I'll see you whenever the hell pops up next. Bye!